Well, what's up, YouTube? Back at it again. Michael. Uh, Been kind of busy today. Went to the gym, had to go to the bank, take care of some stuff, and kind of ran a few little errands around town. It's hard around here because a lot of traffic. They don't have they don't have they don't have they only have like really one highway here, and it goes from here to the sea. So it's all surface streets. It's all surface streets. They built the city without ever thinking about making a loop around it, like a freeway around it, to where you can have off ramps and stuff. And so there's just a lot of traffic. And when they built most of the roads in Cambodia, not a lot of people had cars. Now a lot more people have cars, so it's just really the traffic over here is really bad. It's kind of like Los Angeles or New York rush hour, the same kind of thing, stop and go. So anyways, I was out and about today, and as you can see by the thumbnail, I go by that big pile of rubbish every day. I go by a lot of pile of rubbishes every day. Okay. It's not just here. It's not just here. I've traveled all through Southeast Asia. I've traveled to Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam. I'm not going to the Philippines. That place is just so nasty there. I just have no business on going to the Philippines. They have earthquakes and typhoons, and it's just for me, the Philippines is just way too nasty. It's nasty enough over here, but there's probably something that most people don't know or don't care or don't think about. Let me tell you about third world countries. Okay? I live in a third world country. You probably do too, but you just don't know it. But anyways, I live in a third world country, and I have been to many different third world countries in my life. I've traveled a lot. Mexico is a third world country. I don't care what they tell you, it's a third world country. They dump raw sewage into the Pacific Ocean. Down there by Tijuana, they have to close the beaches. Sometimes in San Diego, they just dump raw sewage. I'm sure, I don't know where the sewage, but over here in Cambodia, they have like an open canal, and it's a big canal. It's a big, wide canal, and it's got the water in there is black. I mean, it's black, and it smells so bad. People live all up alongside of it. Like little shanty towns, just all up alongside of this open sewage water. Then they have some smaller ones. They have a lot of open sewage. Out here where I live at, they don't have open sewage. But in the city, they have open sewage. And I don't know where it goes. I have an idea where it goes, but I don't know. Right? That's my own idea. But you can go to El Salvador. You can go to Nicaragua. You can go to Colombia, Venezuela, India, China, Pakistan, any of those places, man. It's going to be the same thing. Let me tell you, all that trash that you saw on the thumbnail is real. I see that all over the place. All these people in the USA, they drive their little Teslas and their hybrids, and they use their hemp grocery bags, and they don't want to use straws and the paper cups and all the rest of that paper or plastic bottles. They don't care over here. They don't care in a third world country. They don't care about your pollution. They don't care about the environment. They don't have any E.P.A. I see trucks over here, motos just pouring out smoke. I don't even know. I've had a car here now for the last 10 years since I've been coming. I bought my wife a car about 10 years ago. I have the same car. Never had a smog check. They don't do the smog check thing over here. And so that a lot of pollution. And it's not just here. All throughout Southeast Asia, all throughout Asia, they eat rice. That is their big thing. They eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, every place you go, any place, it's just, even the hamburger place, do you want French fries or do you want rice with your hamburger? Right? So now over here in Cambodia, it is starting up the dry season. So they harvested the rice, and they got it laid out on these tarps all over the place. But the rice fields will dry up soon. And when they're dry, to get ready for next year's crop, they're not going to take a tractor or any kind of machinery and cut down the existing rice stalks or whatever I don't know what you call it. Corn, same thing. They just go around with diesel fuel, pour diesel fuel or gasoline or something on it, and they set the whole field on fire. And it's all over the country. It's all over Southeast Asia. In a couple of months, the air will just smell like smoke because they're burning all that stuff. A lot of the third world countries, they take all that trash. Countries like maybe like here, I don't know, and they put all that rubbish that you see. That lot that I showed you, that's an empty lot right now. It's for sale, but somebody eventually will buy it, and they'll have to do something with all that trash. And what they'll do is they'll get a bulldozer or some kind of piece of equipment, and they're going to pick it all up, put it in a dump truck, and they're going to take it to a river someplace, and they're just going to back that truck up to the river, and they're just going to dump all that rubbish in the river and just let it float down. Or they're going to take it someplace. They take rubbish. I don't know about here, but the country's a pretty small place, and I have never seen a landfill. Maybe they have it. I don't know. I don't know where they put. I don't know where there's a landfill here. I don't know. But a lot of countries put all their rubbish on a big old barge, big old ship, and they take it out to the sea, and they just push it off into the ocean. It's not their problem anymore. It's polluting the oceans. They do it that China. I've never been to India, Bangladesh, these poor countries. They don't have the money to buy the land to make a landfill. They don't have it. So what they do is they just load it, like I said, they just load it on a ship or a barge and they take it out in the ocean and just push it off in there. So these places like California, San Francisco, where they don't want you to have a straw, where they don't want you to have a lid for your coffee cup or whatever it is, your juice cup, whatever you got. And the people walk around with these hemp grocery bags and all the E.P.A. and the Greta Thunberg and all that other stuff. That is just craziness. You know, those people have never probably been out of the United States to a third world country. Okay? Because they don't care. Third world countries, that is like way down on their list, pollution. And all that rubbish that you see, I see that every place around. Everywhere you go in Southeast Asia, except for Singapore, is the same. They just throw rubbish on the ground. They just throw it everywhere. There's just piles of it everywhere you go. If you look at some of my short videos today, you're going to see train tracks, and man, there's just rubbish all along the train tracks. So all these people that in the USA that are talking about the environment and stuff, and the straws and the solar panels and the wind farms and all the rest of that stuff, man, you guys are out of your minds. You guys have lost your minds. You need to quit. You need to come. What you need to do is step out of your little bubble and come look at a third world country. You got some near. You got some near. I wouldn't go to Mexico because you might get kidnapped, but you can go down there, fly down there to Belize. I've been to Belize before, third world country. I've been to Guatemala before, third world country. I've been to El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, all third world countries. Okay? And it's the same thing. They got just piles of rubbish everywhere. Mexico, right down across the border. They're not only sending their people up to the USA, they're pumping their sewage, their raw sewage, right there in Tijuana, right out there to the ocean. Sometimes they got to close the beaches right there in San Diego because of raw sewage in the ocean. They got videos. You can find them online if you want, where these big Chinese ships and whatever, they're going out to the sea and they're just dumping massive amounts of medical waste and all just everything out into the ocean. So all you environmentalists who are screaming and yelling about some really small things, you need to go take a look around, man. You need to get out. You need to get out of that bubble. You need to get out of your Prius or out of your Tesla or whatever you're driving. I don't know, whatever situation you're in. But I'm just telling you, these third world countries, and like I said, I live in one, but I live here. I don't live here for the beauty. Okay? I don't live here for the beauty. I don't live here for the clean air or anything. I live here because it's cheap. And I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to live hand to mouth, worrying about, God, I hope the light bill's not too much this month, or I hope my insurance doesn't go up. I don't want to live like that. So I see, like I said, where I live at, in the subdivision I live at, and some of the nicer subdivisions that I've shown on my channel, they have people that go around and pick up the rubbish. But you get outside of that. I rode my bicycle maybe 3 miles to another subdivision. They call them berets here. I put out on some shorts about it. Beautiful subdivision, just like the one I live in. But to ride there, I had to go through some really super nasty, poor villages. I mean, people just living in rubbish. Cows walking in the road, cow poop everywhere. It's just straight up nasty. And the roads are nasty. So, but to get back to this environmental thing, man, that stuff just kills me, man. It just kills me to know that these people have never even been outside of the USA. They have no idea what goes on in other countries. Like I said, they just throw their trash. If you guys have time, you can get off of TikTok for a minute. Look up videos in the Philippines. Look at all the rubbish they have floating around in the water in the Philippines. Man, that Manila, that's a nasty, nasty place. I have no desire to go to the Philippines. It just looks nasty. I don't want to catch a disease. It just looks filthy. Because it's an island, it's many islands of Philippines, but they don't have any place to put their rubbish, so the water is the best place to put it. And they build these little bridges or these wood planks over it. They just walk over the top of the rubbish. And even over here, I have watched children, young children. Some of the villages around here, in between here and the other subdivision that I rode my bike to, they have little villages where people have just built like a shack or whatever you want to call it, some kind of a house, and they're not even hooked into the sewer system over here. They just have a pipe running out to the street where they're dumping out their sewer water. Children walking around there barefoot. I can smell it. The water's black. I know what it is. I mean, you can smell it for a long ways away. But like I said, you tell all your environmentalist friends, if they want to see what's really going on in the world, man, they need to get out of the USA and come and just go look at the place. There's places in your, just go to Los Angeles. Go to Chicago or whatever. I guess if you don't even have the money or you don't have the brains to get a passport and whatever to leave the country, just go to some place. I was a truck driver for FedEx. I've told you guys that before. I was an over-the-road truck driver for FedEx. I've been all over the place, man. There's places in Atlanta, Memphis, just all over the place. Man, San Francisco, Oakland, Richmond, you name it. I've been there, and I've seen all I've just seen the third world stuff living over there. And these people over there in San Francisco don't want you to use a straw. I can't grasp that. I just can't grasp that. I mean, like I said, here in the next couple of months, they have people out there in the fields. They have all these people just laying out these tarps, and they're out there and they're squatting down, doing this little Asian squat thing, pulling this rice all over these mats to dry in the sun, because it's a rice harvest season, and it's going to be in a couple of months. It's going to be burning the field season, and there's just going to be smoke in the air. You walk outside, it makes your eyes burn a little bit, but I stay inside. I try to stay inside most of the time. I'm in here right now in the air conditioner, in my little I call it my little palace, man. Nice little pad, you know. And I just stay in here a lot when it gets into the dry season, smoky season. And like I said, it's not just here. You can go every place. You can look on a map, smoke map, and you're going to see the smoke drifting over from Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, any place that they grow a lot of rice. As soon as they pick that rice, man, those fields get dry when the rain stops, and they set all those fields on fire. They just set them on fire. I've seen piles of tires as big as a house on fire. They don't know what to do with the tires. And these tire shop stuff, they just throw them on the back of a truck and take them out to an empty field and just throw them in the field, in the middle of the field, and throw a bunch of gas or diesel. I don't know what they put on it. And they just set those tires on fire, and those tires are burned for 2 or 3 days. Just black smoke just pouring off those tires, just pouring. I saw it today. I saw a field. I didn't have my camera available or taking a photo of it, but there must have been 400 or 500 tires in a big old pile, and there was just flames coming off and just black smoke just pouring out of that, just pouring off those tires. I would imagine it's not good to smell that. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you kind of medical advice, but I'm just thinking that's probably not too good for you to smell. And there's people right near the city, and they just all around. They don't even pay no attention to it. So, anyways, this is kind of one of these videos where I just tell your environmental friends. I see a lot of because YouTube gives me a lot of analytics. I see where a lot of my viewers are of the same age as me. I'm 67. I see a lot of my viewers are 45 to 55 and 55 to 65 plus. And so for you older people that like myself, I don't know. Like I said, just all these young environmentalists that kind of freak me out a little bit. So anyways, kind of a short video today. Wife went to go pick up the daughter from school. Had some things to do. So you guys take care. And I'm getting a lot of views, and I really appreciate that. I want to thank you guys. If you're here to the end, man, thank you for watching. I probably should have said that at the start. Matter of fact, my next video, first thing I'll start off saying that. But I'm getting a lot of views. I got like 4,000, 5,000 views on my 2 different channels, and but not a lot of subscribers. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys can click like and subscribe, that'd be cool, man. I really like that. It made me feel nice. My wife kind of freaks out. I tell her, man, I got 1 more subscriber today. I don't know, whatever. So anyways, if I can help you guys in any kind of way to come over here, either on vacation or to live, or you just want to know, you just got questions about Cambodia, anything, shoot me an email, man. And like I said, I'll answer any kind of questions you got. Leave a comment in the comments. Not a lot of people comment, but if you got any questions, I will answer them. It's at live, L-I-V-E, rich, R-I-C-H, Cambodia @gmail.com. And I'll answer any kind of questions. Like I said, I'm not going to give. I have a Telegram, which is like a face. What do they call it? I don't know. They call it like a live face-to-face, whatever. We could talk face-to-face, but I'm not going to give my Telegram number out over YouTube. If you want to email me, and I see you're like a legit person not trying to sell me this Bitcoin scam, or something, man. They try getting me that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency scam thing all the time on my Telegram channel, so or on my Telegram number all the time. So, anyways, you guys got any questions, man? Just give me a call or give me an email, and I'll do whatever I can to answer you guys' questions, man. Thank you guys very much. Be careful outside. Drive carefully, and have a good one. Okay. Bye bye.